So we're in Clovis, California, taking a look at a leak. You can see water rolling down already right here on this Schedule 40 PVC. Homeowner thought it might be up here in this valve, but we can't find any water coming off it. No dripping, no spraying, nothing broken over to the sprinklers. But just in drying up that Schedule 80 adapter, the gray nipple that's threaded, when we dry it off, water rolls out. So we've isolated the building now. We've shut this valve off so there's no water coming from the building. We're going to turn the water back on from the street at the meter and see if we can get some water coming out of here, because we need to document where this is leaking. But it's pretty substantial. This whole area had to get dug out. Unfortunately, there's a fence built right behind us within 3 feet, so real hard to get in here and maneuver. But anyways, we get the water turned back on, take a look and see what we can see, and give us just a minute while we're getting to that meter. Okay, so it's on, and you can see spraying right here. So it's coming out of the looks like the back side. Let's see if I can get in there. I'm gonna drop my camera down in there, but actually I'll see if I can get it from this way. Anyways, you can see the water spraying everywhere. That's water, and that's the fitting. So it's leaking out of there. I don't know what's going on. They may have gotten some water when they, or solder in this fitting when they soldered this on. You go to screw it in, and that solder rolls down into the threads and you can't seal it, so we're not real sure. But anyways, that's where it's leaking at that adapter. And so we're going to take, we're going to shut the water back down and see what we can do. So we're in Clovis, California, and we just finished repairing a pipe down here that was damaged. So this is the fitting here, 2-inch Schedule 80 PVC male adapter, and that's what they used down there. They went to Schedule 40 pipe, glued everything together. Over here they had a compression coupling or a repair coupling, which we don't like. So now it's all solvent weld down there, brand new pipe. To get it together, there's not a lot of movement in here because you have solid 2-inch copper and then a 2-inch ball valve, and we just can't get a lot of play like we can with the 1-inch or 1 1/4 line where we can get it all put back together. So we had to swing it up and down. So you got a couple extra offsets, the 90s there, which is really not a problem, but got it offset, put back together. Schedule 80 nipple there, so that's straight out of Ferguson, 2-inch Schedule 80 PVC nipple, threaded on one side, glued on the other, straight into the adapter. We thought there might be some residual solder in that female copper adapter causing a problem, but it's not. So you can see no more leaking down there. First portion of this video, we got the camera down in there, showed you where it was spraying out of that nipple. It just wasn't tightened down enough, and it's probably been that way since it was installed. A lot of corrosion here on this valve. It's an FNW valve straight out of Ferguson. You can probably go over there and get a handle ordered for that, take it, or just take it off, take it over to them. That handle is specific to a 1-inch gate valve. You can find that anywhere. You might be able to find a replacement part, or you have to buy the whole valve. But anyway, that's not in our scope of work. So it's been drying about hour and a half to 2 hours. We got the water back onto the home. Everything looks good. And so just monitor this, let this dry out for a couple days if you can, and then before the weather gets bad again and we get rain, go ahead and get that rock back in here and just pack it in as high as you can. I'd take a little Christie box, which is a little gardening box, irrigation box from Home Depot. It's the green and black, and get it over that irrigation valve down there. That way you can fill the rock up back to level, and then of course I would try and get it right up to the bottom of this 2-inch brass valve. Enough to where you can still use the handle, but get plenty of gravel in there, because that's going to help keep things from moving around down here. You can see a lot of pipe there. This copper line right now, this fitting is supporting all of this. A big pressure regulator in here, all the piping in here. That's the only thing holding it together. All this is plastic going over to the filtration. So get it filled in as good as you can. Outside of that, this installation is done.